delighted that I have been invited to share with you thoughts on CEO mentality. See, this is my absolute favorite thing to talk about because I know that as a man thinketh, so is he. So is she. And so a few years ago, I developed this thought of what if we brought the CEO mentality into our business as independent beauty consultants? Oh, what a difference it can make. Now, see, this was a little easy for me because I come from corporate America. And I know not all of you do, but I want to share with you why having a CEO mentality can serve you well as an independent business owner. First, let's talk about this, how we think. Oh, it's the thing you can't control. I know there's a lot happening out here and there's nothing we can do about it, but we can control how we think. So if you follow me on social media, you may have noticed that most of my posts begin with, today is the best day of my life. Yes, I say that every day. Today is the best day of my life. Why? Why do I start each day with that? Because it is my intention. It is my desire. It is what my declaration is for that day, that it is the best day of my life. The reality is it's the day that I get. It's the only day I actually have. So why not make it the absolute best? See, it's that thinking that when things come your way, obstacles, challenges, diagnoses, inconveniences, distractions, whatever comes your way, you have already declared that it's the best day of your life. So you start from a place of victory. I see so many times in this business that we're constantly trying to get out of our cycle, right? We're trying to overcome something that's already happened. But what if you just started with the victory and then you reverse engineer it and work backwards? Let me tell you something. This is something I believe with every fiber of my being. You only get one life, right? We know that. You only get one life here on this earth. So you might as well make it fabulous. I believe since you only get one life, your one and only precious life on earth, you might as well make it fabulous. And that, my sisters and brothers, is absolutely your decision. Now, I'm not saying that things are not going to come your way. All I'm saying is that it's your one and only life. So let's make it fabulous, shall we? Let's do it together. All right. So how do we create the CEO mentality? Let me tell you one of the things I want to really stress. We have so many new beauty consultants who've joined this family. We're so excited to have you and Mary Kay. But I'm going to tell you, I want you to make the decision right here at the top of 2022 to get your roots deep. Yes, I want you to get your roots deep. See, some people come and go and come and go, and they come in Mary Kay and they half in Mary Kay. And I want you to know if you are 95% in, you are 100% out. And that has nothing to do with Mary Kay. That's with anything in life. So I want you to decide today that you are going to get your roots deep. You are learning today from directors and nationals who have deep roots in this company. Hours invested, years invested, decades invested. They have deep roots in this business. And why do I want you to have such deep roots? Because when the storm comes, you will not be easily uprooted. I want you to imagine a tree, a big, strong tree. A big, strong tree trunk has deep, wide roots. And when the storm comes and the winds blow, that tree is going to bend and sway, but it's likely not to break. And that's going to be you. That's going to be us in this Mary Kay year. So we're going to decide that we're going to get our roots deep. And that's not necessarily based on time. It's based on energy. It's based on effort. So the fact that you are here, and I'm trusting that you are fully present here. You're not multitasking, half listening, half in, only paying attention to some of the classes, that you are fully here. That is an example of getting deep roots, because the reality is the storms will come and the winds will blow, but we are going to be strong together. So how do we create this CEO mentality day by day by day by day? Of course, attending trainings like this, but also respecting the workload. Now, what I love about Mary Kay is many times we'll say to people, oh, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do much. All you have to do is this. But this is a business, okay? And I don't know what business you've ever heard of where you don't have to actually work, okay? Now, if you're here to hang out, we love you here hanging out. But for those of you that want a business, there is a workload. The beautiful thing about it is you get to decide the workload, which days of week, how much time you put into it and how often you do it. That's completely your choice. That's the flexibility of Mary Kay. What we don't want is we don't want to flexibility ourselves out of business. Now, I've heard a lot of people say things like, well, Mary Kay teaches God first, family second, career third. Absolutely. I subscribe to that. I adore that about our founder, that she stressed that. That's how she wants us to work. That's how she wants us to live. But understand that there is God and family, and then there is work. And that doesn't mean that God is 24/7 and work is 24/7, and then somewhere in there work fits in. No, no, it happens every single day. So I developed the CEO mentality by respecting the workload, understanding that when I was going to my corporate job and they were stressing me out and they were driving me crazy and they were expecting more of me, every time I reached a goal, the goal only got higher, but the pay was not increasing. What I realized, if I could give them the best of me day in, day out, day in, day out, if I could give it to them, surely I could give it to myself. Surely I'm worth it. My goals are worth it. My dreams are worth it. My family's worth it. If I could build someone else's dream, why wouldn't I embrace the workload of building my own? That's CEO mentality. See, we're not talking CEO just running a strong Mary Kay business. I'm talking about being the CEO of your personal and your professional life. You only get one here on earth. So why not make it fabulous? Respecting the workload. What is it that you know you should be doing day in and day out? Sometimes we play this game in Mary Kay. We say, I don't know what to do. And I want to say, stop that. Yes, you do. You probably learned it in your first 2 to 3 weeks in Mary Kay. It's pretty much the same workload. What do we do each day? We work to be our best. I developed this many years ago, and I know it's kind of morphed into different areas, and some people have changed the letters, but I created this best analogy. What does it look like to be our best? We book. That's what the B stands for. We book every single day. We're putting someone in our calendar. You know, your actual date book. You know, the thing that actually tells you where your money is coming from because you're scheduling appointments, because that's what CEOs do when they're running a business that serves people. I mean, airlines do it, hairstylists do it. Why wouldn't we do it, right? So we book. That's the B in best. The E is establishing relationships. What are you doing every day to establish relationships? How many love notes did you send out to your customers? You see on social media that our mother had a surgery or our son just got an award at school. I mean, are you making your customer service call? Are you developing and deepening those relationships? People buy from people they like. And they don't want to just hear from you only when it's time to order a cleanser. Establishing relationships is part of what we do every single day. The S in best is selling sets. We sell in sets. I love our product, but all of our products work better when they're working with another product. Get excited. So everything is part of a set. Don't just wait for the sets that show up in the lookbook. You make it into a set. Easy selling, that's what we do. Our foundation is amazing, but it's so much better with a proper brush, a primer, and the matching concealer, right? We sell our product in sets. And then the T in best is team building. Yes, that's what we do. We pass it on. That's what Mary Kay Ash asked us to do, is to pass it on. So when you say, okay, I'm working my business, I'm working with CEO mentality, what am I supposed to do every day on your 6 most important things to do list? Do you have booking activities, relationship building activities, selling activities, and team building activities? That's our job. There's so many ways you can do all of those things. And I'm sure you're going to hear about some of them and this weekend, but they are everywhere. So just know it's not what to do, it's have you made it a priority to get it done? See, that's what CEOs do. A CEO doesn't go into her office and scroll on Facebook wondering what she should do. A CEO doesn't wake up in the morning going, I wonder if I'll be successful today. No, a CEO is very clear, wakes up with intention and purpose, and knows exactly what they need to do to reach their goals and dreams. So I want to invite you, as you are embracing the CEO mentality, I want to invite you to be purposeful with your intention, purposeful with your activity. See, too many times we're focused on being popular. I know everybody wants the likes and the hearts and the love on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok. But the reality, girl, is that we are working to be purposeful. See, what we do in Mary Kay is we're enriching people's lives. Yeah, there are real lives and families and dreams and goals attached to what we do. So we must be purposeful as our primary goal instead of trying to just be popular. So the Bible tells us that we should write the vision and make it plain, right? Write the vision. What is a CEO doing? A CEO, clear on her purpose, knows that things must be written out. I mentioned the 6 most important things to do list. I also want to mention journaling. Huge thing of just writing out, getting some of the things out of your mind, declaring affirmations, working from a date book. Now, I know some of y'all are real tech savvy and you go, but I'm a good old fashioned paper date book girl. 25 years of Mary Kay, that's how I started. That's how I got to the million. I'm keeping with my paper date book, but it doesn't matter. It's the art of writing things down. The brain can retain it a lot more better when you are actually writing things down. Get used to journaling, logging, tracking. It will change everything. That's part of writing the vision. It's your 6 most important things to do list done the night before, that when you wake up in the morning, did you know when you do it the night before, when you wake up in the morning, your subconscious mind was working on it all night long? That's writing the vision and making it plain. Get excited about that. Finally, as we talk about CEO mentality, I want to share with you something that I love teaching, and time doesn't permit for me to go into it in a lot of detail, but I want to give this to you because we're at the top of the year and you have already set goals. You have things that you want to do. You have things you want to make happen. And when I want to give you something that you can use, not just in Mary Kay, but in every area of your life. And that is to use your map to raise your bar. Use your map to raise your bar. Now, what does that mean? The map, M stands for meditation, the A stands for affirmation, and the P stands for prayer. That's what I do every morning. That's how I start my day. There's nothing more important in my morning. No text message, no email, no in touch. Nothing's more important than me capturing my day, capturing my thoughts, going to my source, going inside myself to set the tone for my day. Because remember, it is, after all, the best day of my life, my one and only life. So I might as well make it fabulous. So that is your map. That is your map for the day. You're using your map to raise the bar. The bar stands for belief. The A in bar is action, and the R is results. Belief, action, results. Many times we want the results. Of course we want the results. We want the star prize. We want the car. We want the promotion. Yes, I want the results too. I love it. But do you notice how many things must happen before we get to the results? We are capturing our thoughts. We are taking control of our mind. We're elevating that CEO mentality, tapping into our source so that we can release the higher endorphins that are going to elevate our belief, which elevates our action. And that's how we get the results. Are you excited about that? Now, this is your job. It's not your director's job, your spouse's job, your children's job, your pastor's job. This is your job. This is CEO mentality. And I promise when you do this, and you do it with pure intention and passion, and you do it over time so that you get the benefit of the compounding effect, that things in your life will change. You'll see an increase in your Mary Kay activity, therefore your results. You'll have a more positive outlook. You'll be more optimistic, but it raises your vibration and you attract better things to you. Can you get excited about that? Well, I want to tell you, I'm excited about running this year with you as we all work to have a more powerful CEO mentality, understanding there's a lot of things we can't control, but we can control what we think. Capture your thoughts, and you can actually change your life. And I cannot wait to see where you will be celebrated at seminar because you took some of these tools and you put them in action today. God bless.